And just ahead on First Look Asia, start planning and packing for the March school holidays with our essential travel tips. Up next, our guide to some of the top destinations. Welcome back. It's the peak season for traveling here in Asia, and here in Singapore, for instance, the school holidays start next month.
That's right. If you're not into pack travel, putting together a plan that works for the whole family can be very stressful. And that's why we've called upon our guest today to share some travel tips and recommendations for those planning a getaway.
That's right. So let's welcome Aaron Hung, TripAdvisor Senior Director of Partnerships, Asia Pacific. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning.
So traveling during peak season, it's definitely not for the faint-hearted, I must say. But what are some of the pros and cons?
Pros is, well, if you have school-going children, this is the best time. They're on holiday.
Right? Yeah.
You're on holiday. You kind of have no choice. You want to spend time together as a family. This is the best time. And it's the beginning of the year. It's kind of the spring season. Most of North Asia is very cool. It's gone past the coldest time, so it's cool. It's nice climate. Even in the tropics, it's still very, very cool. So it's nice climate. It's the holiday season, so you can all go together and have a good time.
What tips can you give for a stress-free holiday if you decide to travel into peak season?
Well, plan. If I was going alone, I don't really mind. I go without planning. But if I'm bringing with my family, I'm going with young children, I need to plan. They need to know what they're going to do. We need to know the whole day what we're going to do together. But planning is the fun part. You see, travel starts with the planning, and planning is the fun part. And you know, kids these days, I have a young nephew who started playing with my iPad when he was 12 months old. So we can get them involved. And that's the part where we start actually building the bond as a family. We sit together as a family, we plan the holiday, look at the reviews, look at where you can go, what are the nice places to go to, look out travel guides, which are the nice places to go to. And then, because it's a busier traveling period, so likely hotel or flight prices are a little bit more expensive. But there are many, many websites that help you compare prices, so you can look at the best deals out there.
Right.
So plan together, go together.
But Aaron, I have to ask this question. I'm a new mom, and the thought of planning, thank you, the thought of planning a holiday with my under two children is already very intimidating and stressful, and I haven't even begun. So what kind of tips could you give me and our viewers out there for parents who want to bring their kids on holiday? How do we stay stress-free and not get so exhausted by all these kid-related activities?
Well, first of all, plan together. Are your kids able to play with the iPad?
Yeah, the
so
elder
get them
one.
involved. I think they will love it. But don't let them play with it for too long.
Too long,
right?
yeah.
Take them through it, and they actually, believe me, the young children or even teenagers, they're even better than, well, for me to start with, in searching for the right information, even the best prices. So get them involved, so they help you choose where to go. Look at forums, blogs, find information of people who have traveled as young mothers. So see what opinion, what advice they share. A lot of forums that you can ask questions, and you get millions of people actually sharing their response to your specific question. So draw on other people's opinion to help you prepare that trip.
Sounds good.
Well, let's jump right in and look at your picks for top family vacation destinations. Well, the first one is for shopaholics, and you chose Bangkok.
Yeah. So a lot of people think, well, Bangkok shopping. Tell me something new. Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because all of us are quite familiar with Bangkok.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we looked at the users on our site. Top destinations for the upcoming holidays. Bangkok was one of the top ones. And we looked at some of the shopping-related comments. Siam area, everybody knows that, several shopping centers, but Siam Discovery has recently gone through a major refurbishment. The interior design is something that everybody is talking about online. So that's quite interesting. And I looked at some of the photos. It looks really, really beautiful. But not so far away from that. And Thailand and Bangkok is famous for night markets.
Right.
And there's a new night market called Thailand Neon. Beautiful setting, still early in the year, so the weather is quite cool. Walking around, instead of seeing the big brands in the shopping centers, you see the local crafts, see the local people, you get nice food, and you really get a nice atmosphere, nice walk, and it's not too far away from Siam.
Okay.
Sounds good. Then how about the great outdoors in Taipei? You recommend Beitou Hot Spring, and I've been there. before, and it's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's not far from Taipei City. I think you can even get an underground train, just hop over there. It's a nice day, relaxing away from the core city center.
Yeah, we hired a taxi to go there, and we spent half a day there. But I didn't go with kids, so I enjoyed myself. But you said it's kids-friendly too?
Yeah, it's kids-friendly. And they have hot springs of varying different temperatures, so it's not really just going to be really, really hot.
You can see those pictures up there. It's beautiful.
And how about Elephant Mountain in Taipei? I mean, is it hikeable? I don't know.
Yeah. It's a really nice hike. You can go from anything from half an hour to 2-3 hours. Nice hike. Get some really nice fresh air. You know, as you can see, I need some of this exercise rather than just sit back in the hot spring.
How about for children?
Yeah, it's very, very walkable. Very
it's not too
walkable.
challenging. Yeah.
No. Look up for. Again, check the reviews, check the comments about
sir, I'll do that.
Steeper steps, where you can avoid, what is the best path. And there are different routes that are marked out online. You get a really nice view of the city. You could get a view back onto Taipei 101. So again, away from the city, the crowds, and get some nice fresh air and view.
Okay. How about for thrill seekers?
Thrill seekers, theme park lovers.
Yes.
Theme park lovers, Hong Kong, where I originally come from, my favorite city. Disneyland.
Ocean Park or Disneyland?
Disneyland, well, I'll tell you a story. A very, very good friend of mine, 30-year-old friend, he has a very young son. Every time he goes to Hong Kong, they have to take an early morning flight, so they land by lunchtime.
Right.
First thing, before they can do anything else, they must go to Disneyland. This young kid said, Dad, Mom, we're not going to see anything else. I don't want to eat anything. We just go to Disneyland first, because it's right next to the airport, right?
Right. Oh, yeah, that's true.
And they have a new ride, Iron Man Experience. So for any Marvel comic fans, fantastic.
Yeah, all
This
little
is my
boys like
favorite, Lotte World. I've been there a number of times when I was in Seoul. Can you tell us more about that?
It's fantastic.
Yes.
They also have a new ride, and Koreans, you know, you can trust the Koreans for the best sort of sensory experience. They have a new roller coaster with a virtual reality experience. So not only do you get the most exhilarating ride physically, but visually you're also taken through this fantasy, this journey of fantasy. So you really get a full-on experience.
Sounds awesome. Now, a quick one before you go, Aaron. Where do you personally think is the most underrated, underappreciated destination for families in Asia and Southeast Asia?
I'd say Singapore.
Really? Right here on our little island?
We live in Singapore, and I think travel is really about opening your mind, broadening your perspectives. And very often, well, wherever you live, you could be living in Seoul, you could be living in Taipei, you could be living in Hong Kong. I think the important thing is really to start looking at your own destination as a traveler, as a tourist. Talking to people, talking to local people as in people who live there, or talking to visiting tourists. There's so much that you can learn in seeing other people's perspectives.
Okay. And very quickly, before we let you go, any plans for your next trip?
My next trip?
Yeah.
Well, I travel a lot for work, and I try to extend it. My next trip is probably going to be somewhere in Wuhan, sorry, not Wuhan, Chengdu.
Oh, in China,
where the pandas
okay.
come from. So we have a team gathering there, so I might get involved in that. So I'm looking forward to sort of meeting some pandas.
Yeah, we just had Bao Bao, the panda at the Smithsonian National Zoo, make a trip back to China. So there you have it.
I've
Everyone
never
loves
seen any,
pandas.
so I love it.
Well, you can go see Jia Jia and Kai Kai at the Singapore Zoo here, the River Safari. Yeah.
See, there you are. Underrated.
Sharing tips
local
about our little
destination.
island.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aaron. That was delightful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we've been speaking with Aaron Hong, a TripAdvisor's Senior Director of Partnerships Asia Pacific.
And share your favorite family holiday destinations or memory and tweet us at Julie UCNA, Yvonne Chan CNA, and don't forget to use the hashtag FirstLookAsia.